last time
On 1000 confusion.
we got to this new location, the train stopped, Watcher stopped, we communed with ourselves, we got to the bottom of it. Lie, no we didn't. But I feel more confident in what we do know, with one exception that is still scratching, but I've decided to let it go for now.
Oh, okay. Moving forward.
Yeah, the timeline almost makes sense, but I just don't think we have enough info to make it all together. And then we saw some bodies, and it looked as if the 50 have
Not all been buried.
and we're not all outside in that shot we saw of Iris walking around their floating bodies. Although it seemed like there were 50 of them out there, you know? Yeah. The train has made it
The ghosts.
to the other side.
Something like that.
You wanna say hello from the other side?
I want to take it on to the other side.
Well, don't slow down for me. You've got a function to perform. Tell me which body, and I'll show you some magic.
You're more dangerous than you let on, aren't you?
Oh, flattery at this hour? I like it.
What's in the box?
You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe this place exists. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
I wonder how many generations of sisters existed from first to our main characters.
Baby, what are you doing?
Keeping a light on. This way, Watcher can see where we are and find us. I don't want her to be lost. Can you do this for me, Blue? When the time comes? It would be awful to not know where you are. Can you do this? It would be...
Yeah. 1,000 years is a long time.
Yeah. Are they like still considered generations if it's all about clones?
Well, I wouldn't say generations, but what I actually mean when I say that is like replacements.
Okay.
Until you ship of Theseus, the 5, heads.
Mm.
Oh, this angle right here is giving me massive deja vu from that one level in The Force Unleashed. Sorry. Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a rough time.
The past is part of you.
Yeah.
Don't let it go.
A lot of people wanted out of the past.
Yeah. Were you part of that team?
Luckily, I had a very, very, very short stint on it, and it was like for the DLC.
Okay.
Super short.
I enjoyed the first touches of it, but it was practically a different game by that point. The build was so unique and kind of wild. Very empty. So we see Fixer, we see Feeler, we see Healer, we see Bang Bang. So, we're not taking the body with us. Let's see what else is going on. Also, everything was like very subway station up until now.
Yeah.
This is a distinctly just completely different sci-fi environment.
So we have to find the one with admin rights.
Yeah, there's a body up here. None of them. When each of the bodies I ran by, I didn't see secretary attaching to it.
Mm.
So I guess let's run by it again. All right. Let's see what's going on. I see. Minus 16.
It's hard to believe this place exists. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
A few of them are colored.
Yeah. You're still here with me. You know, come to think of it, when we first got this power, I don't remember the details. It was just kind of unlocked. But I feel like we've been going like, oh, that's one of your abilities. But it's like, no, it's a thing that Secretary is doing, right? Secretary is browsing through memories of time locked into a given area, right? You're doing chapter skips backwards and forwards while standing in the area you're in. And, like, it's one of the occupant's abilities, right? So this is actually what this power is just using the sort of connection memory that applies to people that are not part of the lineage that, you know, if it can go back to Clara, if it can go to other areas, and so we can sort of navigate those spaces.
They're not saying it, but Central has calculated our chances. It's a damned lottery. Why do you think they're 50? They're hedging their bets.
It can't be that bad.
Well, you heard. They sent some craft into orbit. Bad news up there, too. Only way is down.
Escaping to space never works.
They're not saying it, but Central has calculated our chances. It's a damn... Why do you think they're 50? They're hedging
It can't be that.
Well, you heard. They said bad news up there. Only way is down.
Is the implication like 1 in 50? Or is the shot?
Hey, you check out those theme parks they built for us?
The city simulacra?
All Pacific themed. An Asian one, a Cascadia one. There's even a fake suburb.
There you go. That explains it. That's where Blue grew up. The undershells.
Oh.
And that's why the signs make no sense.
It's just themed.
Why it's a mixture of Cantonese and, you know, Japanese and everything else.
Why would they do that?
They're afraid we'll go crazy.
And this is their solution?
Don't knock it till you try it. I had fun.
Maybe you've already gone crazy.
Maybe I showed up on this ship crazy.
Convenient.
Take a visit sometime. It'll remind you of home.
I don't need to be reminded.
Hey, you check out those theme parks they built?
The city. Why would
they're...
And this.
Don't knock.
Maybe
I should...
convenient.
Take a visit sometime. It'll remind you of home.
I don't need to be reminded.
I forgot what the Irish one's name was. I wonder if we actually
If we even had a name.
I wonder if we definitely did. Yeah. But like, do we talk to 50 of them over the course of the game, you know? What's this body language? Argument, conflict.
You seem very fond of
It
her.
was Mimi.
Mimi.
Well, she's a fine subject. You know, that radiant skin and hair that comes with youth. But will she cooperate? It'll take a bit of persuasion.
Your forte.
Exactly. You remember.
Girl, I'm always trying to forget.
I guess the the impression you get is like, oh, they're like a military group, and then just based on their attire and stuff, but then meeting them, they're all just kind of like a bunch of fucking college kids. It feels like almost like Johnson is very leaderly, you know, but the rest are quite immature in their vibes.
Gotta find some more.
Perhaps upstairs and downstairs. Spaceship. Tell me that's not the hangar that a TIE fighter that pulls up
Just slides up
into. What the fuck did Mimi do?
Kind of sussy.
Also, Johnson had a thing for her directly. And then it's implied that he took her out or that she went first. The conversation...
Oh, I thought it was a disease, maybe.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I remember there was a conversation that he had with Iris about Mimi dying. And it was implied that they had a relationship or that there was something going on with them.
I'm not good with enclosed spaces.
You're telling me this now?
Come on. We all had to cheat, lie, and steal our way onto this ship.
Uh-huh. It's a ship.
Yeah. Eddie Guerrero would be proud.
What? You didn't lie? Jasper, I can smell the booze off you.
Shh. It just helps me focus. You won't tell anyone.
So long as you share.
Uh-huh. Was it, people of privilege? Strong bit. What's your gimmick? Lie, cheat, steal. Okay, cool. Good job, Eddie.
Makes for exciting days.
Can you do this for me, Blue? It would be
all systems are green.
Johnny.
The sky.
Excellent. We will see the sky again.
Yes, sir. I have no doubt.
You have a military background?
I do, sir.
Where were you stationed?
Edmonton, Canada.
A great tragedy. I'm sorry.
Oh. I mean, just being from the prairies, or?
I had friends from Edmonton.
A necessary sacrifice, they tell me.
Word.
Yes. More to come in a minute.
Huh. A man-made disaster?
Let's not delay.
Yes, sir.
Did they have to eliminate Edmonton off the map?
The fuck does that mean? I mean, look, if you had to get rid of a couple places, Edmonton is... No. What the fuck does that mean? Why not Toronto?
Yeah, we'll give Toronto, like... Does it have to be Edmonton?
Okay. It took us one step forward to -15. None of them are colored.
No.
Quick glance downstairs. Doesn't seem like anybody. Let's go upstairs.
Was there a green one over there, or was it just my imagination? No, other way.
Nothing's
might have been
catching
just
my
my
eye.
imagination. Oh yeah, we had that pillar.
The middle?
The green person over there?
Oh, way behind there. Fixer? She moved.
Did you figure it out?
Not yet. Didn't bartender give you a sense of work ethic?
Work ethic? I thought you two were close. Bartender was a model slacker, and I learned from the best.
Wow.
That's not the bartender I knew. Guess she changed with age.
Don't we all?
Well, you're with me now.
Right?
Get on a fixer's schedule for once. And move it.
Okay, okay. You don't have to yell.
The fact that you're even slightly like Watcher is like extra hatred juice.
Yep. What's your name? Ugh.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is like there's a lot of times where people, it goes sour with them in a story, you know, for understandable reasons, but like there's that little moment before the end where like the truth comes out, and when it's like, now we're not taking a corpse, it's like, oh, you're locked into this. Your true feelings are you don't give a fuck, and that's pretty easy to despise, given how much we liked you before.
Pacific 50 to Central 1. Reporting in. Ready on your mark.
Yeah, I guess she did take time on her own afterwards, and you're trying to not say anything in front of other people, but I mean, how much leeway are you going to extend? That's vile, you know? I'm going to need to see a lot more before I hold on to sympathy cards here. Like, fucking Fixer's gone, man.
Pacific 50, please respond. Central 1 to Pacific 50. Message received. Incoming video transmission.
Standing by.
Johnson, putting on a little weight, are you?
Any updates?
You're not gonna like it.
Tell me anyway.
Those sick fuckers love suffering so much? Well, we're gonna put on the best show they've ever seen. 5 simultaneous consistent showings of our remaining most populated areas.
What? Why?
We've already notified the cities. Good lead up, I'd say. People are running, sheltering, hiding, you name it. We'll prolong it as long as we can, make good cover for our descent.
Will it work?
I swear. Peace to honey. These monsters. They're already making their way there.
And the cities? Their names?
If you really need to know. What's left of Seattle, LA, New York, Toronto, Houston, the big ones, Johnson. The rest of the world is doing the same.
We'll have a memorial.
I wouldn't if I were you. Think happy thoughts. Don't tip your location. Some old shit once called us the scourge of the earth.
Alright, I guess I spoke too soon about Toronto.
I guess they had it coming.
Blue Jays?
Maple Leafs.
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake.
I don't even hate the Blue Jays, you know?
They may have been right.
But the rest, sheesh.
Let's show them what a fucking scourge can do.
What is happening?
The simulations were promising.
Fake numbers always look good, don't they? Fingers crossed it won't be you.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, Sele. So we've got the accelerationist authority over here.
Hey,
what?
Mimi for me, will you? Central 1 out.
Are we on a bombing ship specifically?
Spin up for descent.
Yes, sir.
Pacific 50 to Central 1.
Pacific 50, Central 1 to Pacific...
Standing.
Johnson.
Any update? Tell me any.
Those sick fuckers love suffering so much? Well, we're gonna put on the best show they've ever seen.
Like, it sounds as if
simultaneous, consistent showings of our
they're talking about, like,
areas.
the occupants, like, being drawn towards suffering.
Yeah.
We've already notified the city. People are running, sheltering, hiding.
Can they
you name it.
interact with
Will it
the...
work? I
So
swear.
just like observing them going
Please
towards the
define
suffering?
Cities
If you really need to.
will have a memorial.
Let's find out.
Some old shit they may have built. Let's show them what
The
else.
simulations were prompt.
Fake numbers, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
They hide a meanie. Central.
Spin up.
Yes, sir.
Boy.
Shout outs to fiction where suffering is the currency. Doom.
We've been cleared for descent.
Now hear this. Now hear this. This is a ship-wide transmission.
Is that the announcement? Is that the tone you use when you're making a ship-wide transmission? Bored, uninterested, and nonchalance over the comms?
Must be rough times.
At least put a little bit of bass into it.
Prepare for descent.
All stations secured and reporting in.
Descent.
Descending. 10 meters. 50 meters. 100 meters.
Surface activity.
No change detected.
150 meters. 250 meters.
Surface activity detected.
Brace. Brace. 500 meters.
I don't think he's capable of sounding alarms or emoting strongly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
600 meters, sir.
Pacific 48 has activated self-flooding. Pacific 42, 44, 45 self-flooding activated.
They're drowning themselves.
Wow.
Occupants are changing trajectory.
That's 8,000 souls.
Destination reached. 1,000 meters, sir.
Communications coming in from Arctic 12, 14, descent confirmed. Atlantic 29, 26, and 21, descent confirmed. Pacific 41, descent confirmed.
And the rest?
No word yet, sir.
Central 1?
Nothing yet from Central 1.
I don't understand what just happened.
We've been cleared for descent.
Is it different areas that have like... It's not shellings, but they've drowned the area?
So, I'm again, context cluing. This is a sky ship. Sounds like it sounded like they were... When they said cleared for descent, I assumed that meant they were going to land.
Now hear this. Now hear this. This is a ship-wide Prepare for descent.
But then it starts going into numbers that don't make a ton of sense.
All stations
And then it talks
secured.
about flooding, so that
Reporting in.
seems to be under the earth. Because if this isn't sky to land, this is land to deep earth, if you're going to talk about, like, flooding.
Are they sinking the towns?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't.
Descend.
Descending. 10 meters. 50. 100.
Surface activity.
Surface activity.
No change detected.
No change
100,
detected.
200.
Surface activity
Brace. Brace.
And then the
5,
occupants
600.
Pacific 48, Pacific 42.
Self-flooding.
45 self-flooding activated.
Other ships are self-flooding by descending into the ocean?
They're drowning themselves.
Occupants are changing trajectory.
Is that creating suffering that the occupants are being drawn
That's 8,000
towards?
souls.
All these other ships with people on them?
Destination reached. 1,000 meters.
Communications coming in Arctic 12, 14, descent confirmed.
Okay. Arctic and, like, oceans, if we're talking about Pacific. So other ships that are just drowning themselves into the ocean.
29,
Atlantic.
26,
Yeah, that would
and
make
21,
sense.
Descent confirmed. Pacific 41, descent confirmed.
And the rest?
No word yet.
Central 1?
Nothing yet from Central.
Okay. Humanity's committing suicide. High tech.
Unless they're hiding from the surface.
Well, they said drowning, 8,000 souls, self-flooding. That doesn't sound like surviving your descent, right?
They said 8,000 souls lost?
Yeah.
But I didn't see drowning.
Self-flooding?
Yeah.
That sounds like they're dying in the process.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like anybody's making it. If each ship has... I don't know if each ship has 50 people, you know, or whatever the math is on getting to 8,000, but... The first communication was about a ton of population areas getting blown up. Now we're seeing just diving into death. Let's jump forward. 13. Doesn't seem like there's a ton of conversations outside of the main area now. Yeah, okay. Do you change your dialogue? No, no lock. Healer?
It's hard to believe this place. I guess they were ready to sell.
Same.
Alright, next bit.
We can safely assume that only 7 of 50 facilities made their proper descent.
Mm-hmm.
We can also assume Central 1 is down.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for Pacific 48 self-flooding, and then the others drowning like that.
Yes. It was the grueling anticipation of their own deaths that saved us.
An interesting strategy.
Those were people, Secretary.
Such trauma results in intensified memory collection. The occupants, we, must have interpreted that as an act of communication.
Mimi, the work of you and your team, please, commence immediately. We must make their sacrifices worthwhile.
Leave it to me, Johnny. I gotcha.
One more thing. This information stays with us. We need to keep our spirits high, lest we attract the occupants' attention.
They're attracted to despair. Infinite tears.
Not a single word to the rest of the crew. Do you understand?
Okay. Still have no idea what any of this means, but knowing that they're attracted to despair certainly gives us something interesting for the idea that Iris is in communication with them as a big old depressed teenager.
Yeah.
It's been 24 hours. We can safely
Tuned
assume
in.
that only 7 of 50 facilities...
7 of 50 facilities made their proper descent.
Central 1 is down.
7 of 50 made their proper descent. Sounds like the rest improperly descended, and that resulted in their drowning. So maybe their intention wasn't to drown, but they did that sacrificially in order to draw away occupants from
their intended
specific ones.
Jesus Christ.
That would make sense. A lot of suffering would draw the attention
If it
away.
wasn't for Pacific 48 self-flooding, and then the others drowning like that.
Yes. It was the grueling...
An interesting strategy.
Yeah.
Those were people, Secretary.
Such trauma results in intensified memory collection.
Yeah.
The occupants, we, must have interpreted that as an act of communication.
Occupants log communication. They log memories. And everybody choosing to suffer in that moment saved them from what was coming
Make their
next.
sacrifices worthwhile.
Leave it to me,
Okay.
Johnny.
One more thing. This information stays with us.
Don't tell anybody,
Super Spirit, not a
because
single
if
word to
anyone
the
starts
rest of the
getting
crew.
fucked up over it,
Do you
that will
understand?
attract occupants. Okay. That also stands to make sense as to why occupants would attack the base at the height of your grief. Or Watcher experiencing.
Yeah.
Right? Maximum sadness means, ooh, tasty, what's that? Maybe even the dance, right? Maybe even the fact that the dance went so horribly with Zhao. Excuse me. We don't have enough to... We have some pieces we could interpret. Alright.
Have you seen the girl lately?
Iris?
She's got murder in her eyes. I don't blame her.
What is she going to do? She's a teenager.
You don't have any children, do you?
Could it be as simple as one ship has the immunity candidate on it, and that's the most important ship, and all the rest need to do anything they can to keep the occupants from getting to her? You know?
Did you hear? There's
I
been a
don't know.
wave of,
Just
you know,
Yeah.
people ending.
plot netting it.
It's been 5 years.
Hmm.
We're not meant to be holed in like this.
There's plenty of space. They made sure of that.
How many years she said?
Buried space.
5.
People need to touch grass.
Yeah, this is big and empty. And again, I guess deliberately so. There's a whole lot of running through nothing going on.
We brought grass.
Well, glad I never have to worry about you.
It's better than turf. It's fine. What's the problem?
We might end up like the rest of them, buried at sea.
They're monitoring surface activity 24/7. We're gonna be okay. Leadership said, think good, happy thoughts.
Oh yeah? Is that what you're doing?
I'm thinking about the last conversation my husband and I had about fruit. We didn't know it would be our last.
Doesn't sound happy.
Well, he was good, and we were happy.
Solid fruit.
Mm-hmm. Now, the funny thing about touching grass is it's not the grass, it's the air outside, I think. And sunlight. It's the other two things.
Oh, so you touching grass at night is not...
Well, first of all, being outdoors, you get a different quality of air from your own CO2. And sunlight on your face feels nice. That's the shit that, you know, actually rejuvenates you. Not the grass part.
Any results?
The last 5 clones had some interesting outcomes.
Such as?
Good news. They're growing faster now, so we won't have to wait for them to get to their target age.
Mm-hmm.
We can also implant knowledge, language, motor skills, and so on. They'll come out immediately more useful.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Like zebras that land on their feet and know how to run right away. Mimi's in charge of the cloning operation.
Bad news? They all still succumb to the sample of the disease. Don't look so disappointed, Johnny. I won't settle for less than an exact copy.
And the child?
The backup? Just like a real human thing. Adorable. Everybody loves babies. Except for Iris. Iris is not so smitten.
I've spoken to Pacific 41. We've agreed that we will take an accelerated approach while they continue with caution. Your request for increased capacity has been approved. Don't waste it.
You know me, Johnny. I hate waiting.
Absolutely rancid vibes from Mimi. Okay, so the clone program, she's keeping reports on.
Close eye on.
but there's also a clone child. No, rather, there's clones, but there's also a baby. An other. Like a real human thing. Almost implying that besides Iris, there's like they actually had another human that might have immunity, or that they're looking for it.
I wonder.
I visited Asia Town.
It's good, right? I told you.
Yeah, it's nice. Artsy. My daughter would have loved it. It's good that she's gone. That she didn't have to see all this. It would have broken her little heart. Kids, you know?
They've got karaoke. Have you done the karaoke?
I don't sing.
That's besides the point.
Ben, you don't have to.
Come on, let's go. Make a night of it. You deserve joy. Your daughter would want that.
Mandatory happy hour.
Is that what she said?
No.
Oh.
So you better be happy, or...
If I decide to be an idiot, then I'll be an idiot on my own accord.
Enough of the Bach quotes, Johann the 50.
What do you want?
So angry. Is this about your top performer not performing?
I wasn't made for this, Mimi. I know that now.
You should step aside.
Who will take this? Who wants this? Tell me. You?
A change would be nice.
Say something useful or leave.
One of the clones has successfully entered their 3rd trimester. It's the furthest we've made it so far. It's worth celebrating.
If it fails, I don't want this branch going any further.
We've yet to try inseminating the original.
What? Iris? Out of the question.
We must exhaust all possibilities. It is our duty.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
Yep. Okay, Mimi.
To those who gave their lives.
We've put her through enough.
Johann, weren't you from Toronto?
Well, you know, considering what happens to Mimi, I guess you can infer a whole lot. But why do that when we can step by step it?
Can you check on BBF?
Did her lights change?
I don't know.
None of them did
But
so far.
Was that light always there?
For me, Blue. When the
That
time
light
comes.
is the one she was referring to. She said, turn this light on for me so that Watcher can find us.
Okay.
It would be all.
They're not updating their dialogue. Yeah, the cloning efforts. And then a baby.
I visited
time.
Asia.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's... My daughter would have loved it. It's good that she didn't have to see all. It would have broken her. Kids.
They've got karaoke. That's besides.
Ben,
Come on. Your daughter would...
Asia Town as opposed to Chinatown or Little Japan or anything specific, you know.
Yeah, make it vague enough. You know?
Yeah. Caribbean town.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, starting to see where Iris was coming from. you know? Okay.
I wanted to go.
Bridge crew has to stay behind. You know that.
Johnson got to go.
They're out of their minds, bringing Iris to the surface. Just because she asked?
It's reckless.
Wouldn't you want some fresh surface air? Feel a gust of wind? Touch some real grass, for fuck's sake?
Who says there's any grass left?
It's all because Mimi and Iris have We've gotten a little too close.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means. We've all seen them disappear together for hours.
Careful what kind of bullshit gossip you're spreading.
Shit does spread around here.
We risked everything. Gave up everything to be here. For what?
For a goddamn clown show.
And that's why they hate you so much during that first communion. When Iris is walking through the school, running into all the other 50s, they're like, ugh, fucking you. Right? That explains that attitude. Yeah. Also, Mimi disappearing with Iris. I mean, nah, but they don't know what's going on. Just to be thorough, let me just see if there were anyone. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, okay. Gotta check the sides.
They're cutting down on lab-grown food this time.
The faster we solve this, the faster we can return to the surface.
Listen to yourself. Do you really think you're gonna live to see this?
Damn, George.
They're already training the next generation to replace Mimi. She's got her own little academy, and they each get their own Iris. They didn't call this a generation ship for kicks. I just want to eat steak. Is that so much to ask?
Pacific 41 blinked out yesterday.
What do you mean, blinked out?
Cut all communications.
What?
Shh. Keep it down.
What happened over there?
I don't know. The last transmission we received, no words, just screaming. And then something worse. Say what you will about Iris, but at least her presence gives us hope.
A gunshot. Are we basically looking at fallout shelters?
Full isolation.
Yeah. With communications between each other. And if they each have 50. But I guess my we know Iris is here, but like, do the others have any hope aboard them whatsoever, or is it just, groupings? Without that, this was the...
I wanted to go.
Yeah, the talk about grass.
Wouldn't if he touched
Who said something?
what
Going out to the
most careful
surface.
we risk
For
Yeah. Alright, people are running. Anguish in the body language. I never looked downstairs, but they wouldn't do that, would they? Would they put secret conversations down here?
I haven't seen anyone here, right?
No. No, okay. What's going wrong? And it's like the reason why these particular moments are being logged is because they're moments of anguish that the
recorded by the
that secretary is picking up on, right?
She'll live.
A stab wound like that?
She has to live. This can't all be for nothing.
We have contingencies. Mimi's not the only researcher here.
Stabbed.
Iris. That bitch needs to be put in her place.
She straight up just fucking stabbed her. So yeah, even that is a legacy action. Getting stabbed. It's all in the fucking, it's in the DNA.
That's it. It's over.
Okay.
We're stuck down here forever. We're doomed.
And it's sinking in.
What exactly? How far did Mimi take it? Like, Mimi got stabbed? Damn, what did she do to deserve that? First question. You know?
Sir.
Spit it out.
It's Mimi.